a rocket with a manstrap to it. Hello ladies and gentlemen, we're back with the FS Showcase series. This time we are in a English Electric Lightning F6. There we go, back at Bruntingthorpe Airfield in Leicestershire. This is our second episode in the series of FS Showcase. And this particular Lightning model is by Just Flight. And it's got many cool features such as, well, this is just the plain Lightning as it would normally be. If we flick this switch down here, I think it's this one anyway. No? Yes, it's that one actually. Go out. We get the extra fuel tanks on the wings. Turn those off by flicking that switch back down. And also we can do some things down here with all these switches. There's taxi lights, nav lights, strobe, can't click that one though. Safe. I'm not actually sure what that one is, but I know for a fact that this one is the one that okay, they're the wrong switches apparently. No, secure, that's the one, sorry, secure and ground power are the ones, and that makes this happen, and basically that's just all the ground equipment on the Lightning with the cover on it, and the covers on the back of the engines. So, let's turn those off. Those, right. Still got our lights on, so let's get straight into this and throttle up. Already sort of like really sort of loud thrust noise compared to when I suppose you turn the external tanks off, so that was showing, looks cooler without them. Once again we've got the shaking effects in the cockpit. There we go. Nope, that was the wrong switch again. I'm not very good at this, am I? That one. Oh, yeah, that one. Okay, let's go. The Lightnings were very good at one particular thing, and that was taking off and getting to a very high altitude very quickly. So, for example, the Lightnings took. This was a standard takeoff in an English Electric Lightning. You know, vertically upwards, like that, straight out the runway, and it could be a few, I don't know, tens of thousands of feet in a matter of minutes. So we're already at, I think that's 10,000 feet, 11,000 feet, 12,000 feet, and so on. So obviously it's got a very high rate of climb compared to many other aircraft. So let's try and level out of it. I'm going to make sure I try and keep an eye on where Bruntingthorpe is this time. We don't want to end up at East Midlands like we did before. Very, very high performance aircraft right here. The Lightnings, they're the only aircraft to achieve one thing at the time. The time that it was. Well, what am I even saying? The time that this challenge was set was 1985. It was a British Airways trial, and Concorde was offered to NATO to try out fighters such as F-15s, F-16s, and F-14s. The English Electric Lightning was also included in these trials, and it was actually the only aircraft to manage to catch the Concorde and overtake it, which not only shows how good the Lightning was, but how good Concorde was as an aircraft as well. And for a plane that was built in late 1940 and early 1950s, it's an amazing aircraft, and it would definitely outperform many of modern day aircraft. One downside to the Lightning was the fact that it didn't have a great deal of fuel because of the structure of the body, which we'll get onto in a minute. There wasn't a lot of room for extra fuel, and also the way the wheels go up into the wing, you couldn't get a lot of fuel into it. So on afterburner you had about 5 minutes worth of fuel, which it wasn't an issue considering how fast you could go, and mid-air refueling was also an option. You could rendezvous with Victors and Nimrods in the air. So yeah, fuel was sometimes an issue, just it was something they prepared for, I have to say. But the Lightning was built in the way it was is because the specification was something very aerodynamic, and putting the engines side by side caused too much the plane was too wide, so they stacked the engines. Now there are multiple issues with that. Oh, that's RF, what's going over there? There was multiple issues with stacking the engines. This mainly being what happens if you have to fix one of the engines, fuel leaking down from one of the engines to the other, and yes, lightnings did ignite mid-air, so that wasn't great, but they cope with it. Let's try and get a flyby at Bruntingthorpe. Oh, the afterburner is igniting. So we must be coming over Leicestershire. Where is my dial telling me my speed? I don't think I actually ever found it in here actually, as a matter of fact. No. Oh no, there it is. No, I have found it before. So what's that? I think that's 900 knots this is going now. 1,000 knots. I can check, I'll shift Z. Yeah. Over 1,000 knots. Right, let's go down to Bruntingthorpe. There we go. Yeah. Later versions of the aircraft were developed, such as two-seater versions and everything. But I think, in my opinion, the F6 is one of the best of the Lightning. I believe Aerosoft do a very good Lightning as well, actually. But I've not looked at this one. That one there, only the just like one. I shall link to this in the description. Lightnings were scramble aircraft, so these were used at the height of the Cold War, so mainly to intercept like Russian bombers and other enemy aircraft. So we're going to have a great deal of like issues slowing down right now because oh, there we go, shaking. That's what happens when we put the speed brake out, which was not a good idea at all. Let's try and do a bit of a turn. Okay, let's try and bring this down for a landing then. Where's the high overshot? No, that's Leicester, so Bruntingthorpe, there we go. Gotta get like really slow for the landing. Although Lightnings did actually have very high landing speed, so you need a nice long runway. They actually do run their Lightnings, because I think it's either 3 or 4 Lightnings at Bruntingthorpe now. There's 3, I'm not sure, I think there's 3 or 4, there's definitely at least 3. And they run them down the runway on, I think it's 2 days a year. Really worth a watch, amazingly loud. So, if you get the chance to go there, then really do. It's normally this one in March and one in August, so we've missed the March one, but the August one will be soon. I think they do twilight runs as well, actually. But yeah, they are really worth a watch. So if you get the chance, do go and see them. Okay, we can actually eject a parachute as well here, so we should give that a go. Okay. Going in over the tree line. Got a refueling program on this one as well, actually. I don't think you can turn that off. Throttle, but it's not too heavy. Oh, that's too much. I'm not the best pilot in this game, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, yeah, that's actually alright. I'm happy with that. Alright, now how do we do this? I think it's just press F2 actually, yeah, and that'll get you a parachute. Quite a nicely animated parachute as well. It does stop occasionally, but it's the thing that it is actually animated. So, that's been the English Electric Lightning. Thank you very much for watching. Next time, I'm not sure what we'll cover next time, so I'll have to make my mind up on that. Try to get these uploads more. Look, the parachute's just stayed out. Gonna have to try and get these uploads more frequent because I think I did the Vulcan last month, so I'll have to try and make one a bit more frequently, I think. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.